Welcome back to the Clark Cochran Gymnasium. Richard and I singing the old Kayhi fight song. Richard, you're quite the tenor.
Quite the tenor, huh? I don't even know the words, but
you're coming along really well. Starting for Juneau tonight, a 6'3" senior Travis Dibdahl, 6'7" Carl Boozer, an overpowering sophomore. Carl Bogan, a 6' senior, and Joseph Kemp, a 6'4" senior, starting for the visiting Juneau Douglas Crimson Bears.
Yeah, for Ketchikan tonight, we have all senior starting lineup. Danny Berenson leading off the way, a 6'2" senior. The twins, Leif Sievertson and Eric Sievertson, 6' seniors, playing with Jason Nelson, a 6'4" senior, and Ty Hewitt standing at 5'10". Juneau Douglas Bears have about a 3-inch height advantage at all the positions against Ketchikan, which means Ketchikan has to play good position defense to keep them from getting inside position.
So what's the key matchup going out here for Kayhi?
Well, there's not really a key one-on-one matchup. Basically, Ketchikan has to stop Carlos Boozer, and Juneau will have to stop Andy Berenson. So they're not matching up one-on-one, but they're the two big key players for each team.
This game, the final home game before the Southeast Tournament, be happening right here in the Clark Cochran Gymnasium, located in, of course, Ketchikan High School.
It would be nice to see Ketchikan in the regular season for Juneau to give them a lot of confidence going into Southeast and think that they can actually beat the team.
Number 30, Christian Carpenetti. And from Ketchikan, number 33,
Lots of people here tonight. Juneau always brings in a big crowd to watch basketball here.
There's a good loud crowd, and there's a bunch of Juneau backers behind the bench that are loud for Juneau. Ketchikan will try to get off to a little better start tonight after falling behind 8-0 yesterday.
Ketchikan's very tentative in their offense to begin with.
Yeah, they look a little intimidated to begin with.
Standing for the national anthem.
2 years ago, when the game started, here it's going to be standard. They were seniors and everything. And I just say, that man does not go home at that time. They do not go home after the game. Stay in the night.
Everybody's ready to watch an exciting 32 minutes of basketball here.
We said Ketchikan started out the game yesterday a little bit like we started out our broadcast tonight, a little hesitant on their delivery, but
that's okay. We'll warm up.
Looking for a little crisper start tonight from the Kings.
Kayhi basketball, of course, brought to you by Tatsuda's IJ, Hogan Meekum Richardson Company, Advanced Communications, Arco, Alaska, Tongass Business Center, the good people at TAC One Air, and Southeast Engineering, along with the Ketchikan Channel.
Of course.
Couldn't be here without them.
We have Boozer and Nelson tipping off, and Boozer has about a 3-inch height advantage on Nelson.
Ball goes to Juneau. All right, I've got to learn the numbers here, Richard. I don't know exactly who's who. It's going to be Juneau ball tipped off of Andy Bernson. As big Carlos Boozer. I can't mistake him on the floor for anybody else.
He's easy.
Oh, and Bernson almost steals the ball away. 24.
Kings start out in his zone defense.
And Juneau turns the ball over. Ball goes to Leif Sievertson, a senior. Eric Sievertson at the top for Kayhi.
Ty Hewitt had a big 3 last night, helped Ketchikan get back in the game.
And a nice hustle play. It wasn't a steal, but definitely forced Juneau to change their defense. As Ty Hewitt hits draws first blood for Kayhi. It's a 3-pointer. 3 points for Ty Hewitt.
That's exactly the kind of start Ketchikan was looking for tonight. Get out to an early lead.
Bogan finds Dibdahl, shoots no good. Rebound comes down to, well, Jason Nelson controls. We got a jump ball. PK high ball coming in.
Ketchikan will definitely be looking to hold their own on the boards tonight. That's going to be one of the keys to them staying in this contest against a much taller Juneau team. They have to box out very well tonight.
Juneau in a man-to-man press.
Pressuring a little bit too tightly.
We got a blocking foul there. Foul's on 42. Carl Bogan, his team's first team foul. PK high ball at midcourt.
It'll be interesting to see if we see Sid Brown checking in early on. He's the only senior from the KI team not in the court right now.
I think, Richard, they should just be able to start all the seniors.
All 6 of them?
Get all 6 of them. Jason Nelson comes down for 2 more for KI. 5-0 in the early going here between your hometown KI Kings and the Juneau Douglas Crimson Bears as Juneau turns the ball over.
The way these seniors are playing together right now, they might want to keep this team on the court.
KI definitely not intimidated by the Juneau defense as they were in the early going last night.
Yeah, it took a little while before they realized they could probably score against this Juneau defense. They weren't looking for their shot early yesterday. They're definitely looking for the shot today.
Hewitt sets up for another 3 shots short, and Boozer comes in and handles the rebound, but Capriotti gets the board for him. As Boozer goes baseline.
That's what Boozer did so strongly last night, was driving the baseline. He had a nice power dunk off the one drive, and he had another couple layups. He likes to go to the basket.
As Andy Bernson picks up his first foul for the Kayhi. Kayhi's first team foul will be Juneau ball into the hoop.
Andy is definitely one of the players Ketchikan cannot afford to get into foul trouble. But he's going to be aggressive.
As Boozer turns the ball over, Kayhi ball. Kayhi still a 5-0 lead in the first 2 minutes of the game here. Kayhi playing it together.
Juneau is just a little bit of light pressure in the backcourt, just to slow up the Ketchikan attack.
Berenson back out to, what's that, number 33, Eric Sievertson. Sievertson gives it to, well, now Sievertson has back into Nelson. Big Casey takes a move and spins, gets 2 points. Casey Nelson for 2.
Casey took about a quarter yesterday before he realized that he can work his way around Boozer inside and get the shot that he wants.
We didn't note that Casey came in for Ty Hewitt right then. That's apparently who he came in for.
It's definitely a different lineup in there with Casey other than Hewitt. Hewitt shooting a couple shots from the perimeter.
Casey Nelson picks up his first foul. Second team foul will be putting Christian Capriotti to the free throw line. He's shooting 2. Capriotti hits the first one. And misses the second. Rebound comes down to Eric Sievertson for Kayhi. Kayhi bringing the ball across the 10-second line. Bernson over on the right side. Out to Leif Sievertson. Sievertson drives, brings in the middle, passes out to Jason Nelson. 2 Nelsons, 2 Sievertsons, and Berenson. It's a popular sun type of day.
Yeah.
Richard Larson and Steve Williams' son.
And then Ketchikan turns the ball over.
Juneau basketball.
Andy Berenson was saying after the game last night, Ketchikan has to use a good mixture of being aggressive and being patient on offense. They're trying to be patient that time and were unable to find their shot.
Tibdall shot no good, and Kayhi ball. Leif Sievertson finds Andy Berenson out in three-point land, shoots no good as big Carlos Boozer comes out with the rebound, and Jason Nelson wins his first foul, third team foul. 4:13 in the left in the first quarter. Kayhi 7-1.
They have to be very happy with their start so far.
As Christian Caprati shoots and misses, and Eric Sievertson comes down with the rebound for Kayhi.
Juneau shot about 60% from the floor last night, so they missed a few shots already today.
Berenson shoots for three. It is good. Andy Berenson for three.
Andy is one of several players in the Kings, definitely not shy about shooting the shot from outside.
Oh, and Berenson steals the ball away from Rogan. Nice steal by Berenson. Up and off the glass. 12-1, Kayhi.
I thought he was a little out of control bringing up the court, but he made a nice finger roll into the basket.
Capriardi goes strong to the middle. Oh, and that's going to be a foul on Big Casey Nelson, his second. Fourth team foul.
But when you're more aggressive, a lot of times it does appear in the foul column on the scoreboard, and Ketchikan has 4 fouls to Juneau's 1, but it's definitely paying off in the scoring column.
Checking in for Kayhi is Mark Sievertson, Wendell Behang, and Jeremy Schultz, Alexis Behang and Jeremy Schultz. Checking in for Jason Nelson, Eric Sievertson, and Andy Berenson. Jason Nelson checking back in. Short 2-second rest as he checks in for his cousin, Casey Nelson.
Coach probably just had a word or two he wanted to talk to him about, something you saw.
Well, that Jason, excuse me, Casey picked up his second foul early going here. I think probably coach wanted to get him out since Juneau commits another foul here.
Good hustle by Jeremy Schultz in the rebound to keep control of the ball. 2 Juneau players all over him, picked up the foul.
The clock didn't stop. Kept going, just like real time. So the referee's down there trying to straighten it out with the clock keepers.
It's really probably not that big of a deal this early in the game. You see him keeping the clock straight later in the game usually.
Kayhi's definitely more aggressive in this
12-1, an 11-point lead. I don't think they could have envisioned a better start than they have right now.
Juneau, I can't say that Juneau would be surprised by this, the rivalry being what it is, but definitely probably wasn't expecting Kayhi to come out with a shoot like this right off the bat.
Well, both games up in Juneau, the Crimson Bears got off their early leads, and Ketchikan tried to fight back, and the same thing happened last night, so they're turning the tables a little bit tonight on them.
As Mark Sievertson gets tied up, and the ball stolen away by number 24, Dibdall. And Jeremy Schultz draws a foul. It's going to be down low. Jeremy Schultz commits a foul.
That's one of those fouls you say isn't too bad to have because it probably kept him from an easy 2 points, and it's his first personal, so it doesn't hurt him too much. Although it won't be too long before Juneau will be in the one-on-one situation.
As Boozer shoots the three, no good. The rebound comes down to Capriati for Juneau, and he gets tied up in the corner.
Juneau's 0 for 3 from three-point range so far tonight.
He drives down the middle, passes off to Boozer. Boozer throws up a weak shot. Yeah, comes down the rebound. Nice drive by Leif Sievertson. Draws a foul. Oh, he'll be shooting too.
It's a good baseline drive going in there with all the trees for Sievertson. You always have to look to make sure if it's Leif or Eric when you look down there. He intends Leif.
Carl Bogan picks up his second foul. David Pavlova. Is that right? Pavlova? Checking in the game for the first time for Juneau. Leif Sievertson's first free throw is good. 13-1. 2 minutes and 40 seconds left in the first quarter as Severson misses a second free throw. Boozer comes down with the board for Juneau.
Boozer got up to the rim to grab that rebound.
Way up there. Pavlova with the ball for Juneau. Feeds Boozer down low, and good double-team defense by Mark and Leif Severson over there, double-teaming Boozer, knocking the ball out of bounds.
Ketchikan seems to be playing really under control. They know what they're doing out there tonight, and they seem confident in what they're trying to do.
Capretti shoots for three, no good. Rebound comes down to Kemp. Boozer gets the ball, throws up, no good. Bogan shoots. Kayhi's just not blocking out. Boozer puts up the fourth. The fourth
Boozer finally gets
shot that Juneau gets, and they get their first field goal of the night.
Kayhi was standing around looking at the ball, trying to grab the basketball instead of boxing out their men and allowing the ball to come down.
To 3 Kayhi. Watching Kayhi basketball on the Ketchikan channel, Fox Ketchikan. Dibdahl has a nice little 5-footer under the hoop, turnaround jump for 2 points, 15-5.
And Juneau's suddenly showing a little bit of signs of life, getting a few points on the offensive end.
Schultz finds a cutting. Leif Severson for 2 more, a nice pass.
Great hook by Schultz. Seen a few more minutes in recent games, and that's probably why. Nice hook.
Boozer with the ball down low. And there's Capretti, shoots for 2 from the free throw line. Capretti with 3 points early going here for Juneau. 17-7, a Kayhi 10-point lead with 50 seconds left in the first quarter. And there goes Leif Severson down the middle, up and up.
It's the roll.
Sweet cut down the middle of the hoop.
Nice friendly roll, but a good aggressive drive by Severson.
Juneau calls timeout. 37 seconds left in the first quarter. Coach Ed Wilburn's got to be happy with what he's seeing from his Kayhi squad here in the early going of the game.
He's got to be pleased. He said that they're going to come out more aggressive today, and that last drive by Leif Severson definitely demonstrated that. Going in there among the big guys and finding the hoop.
Can't be afraid to go inside.
They were last night at the beginning of the game, and it pretty much cost them the contest, falling behind and having to expend all the effort to try to catch back up. You got to be very pleased with where they're at tonight.
Juneau the Kayhi girls up in Juneau playing basketball tonight. How'd they do last night, Richard?
They fell 51-46. They had a 15-1 lead right out of the gate, but Juneau came back and made it a really close game in the fourth quarter. They were able to pull it out, created a few big turnovers in the final couple minutes of play. But another really good contest between the Lady Kings and the Crimson Bears.
Who came up big for the Lady Kings last night?
I think Jen Dawson had 22 points. It's her second game in a row with 20 points or more. So she's really finding her scoring touch lately. Nicole Dill also had 12 points last night.
Juneau controls the ball. It looks like they're working for the last shot, or want to get a for sure shot. Excuse me. James Wilson at the point for Juneau.
Ketchikan usually plays a lot of man-to-man defense, but their zone is doing a pretty good job of cutting Juneau off today.
The ball bounces around, and no one comes up with it. And Kayhi with the superlative, with probably the best first quarter basketball they've played all season. 19-7 over the Junior Douglas Crimson Bears.
12-point lead. I don't think they would have even thought if they played their best that they'd be up by 12 after one quarter.
Well, if you just tuned in, Kayhi 19, Juneau Douglas 7 after one quarter of basketball. You better come back right after these messages. You're back at the Clark Cochran Gymnasium. Steve Williams with Richard Larson doing our best to do play-by-play in color for you. Hey.
Kings with a great first quarter. Leif Severson scoring 7 points. Andy Berenson adding 5. Good outside shooting. Good penetration by the Kings.
Dibdahl sets up for 3, shoots, and it's in for 3.
Juneau did have a few good open looks from the outside in the first quarter, but that's the first one they've knocked down.
19-10 Kayhi. Wendell Pahang in the game for the Kings. Wendell Pahang, Andy Bernson, Eric Severson. Was that Ty Hewitt and Jason Nelson for the Kings.
Wendell Pahang picks up the foul.
Team sixth. Wendell's first foul. So, here's the question I didn't think I'd ask you. What's Juneau got to do to adjust in the Kings game here?
Well, they got to seem to pick up their level of aggression a little bit themselves.
This big Carlos Boozer picks up his first foul.
And it would also help them out if they're able to knock down those open looks. They've had a few good looks from the outside they haven't been able to put down. And Boozer's been pretty much shut down tonight. He was sporadic yesterday. He'd score about 6 points, and then he'd disappear for a while and score about 6 more. And so far, he's been off the scoreboard all night, I think. I don't think he's got 2 points.
Eric Severson controls for Kayhi. Gonna go drive down to the right side. Pops out to Hewitt. The top of the key. Back into the midst of Pahang. And Pahang throws it away. The Juneau ball. Checking into the game for Juneau will be big Jeff Kemp again and number 30, Kristen Capriati. Capital City Crimson Bears against your hometown Kayhi Kings here, 19-10. Kayhi 9-point lead in the midway through the, well, not midway, 3 minutes, 2.5 minutes through the second quarter. Ty Hewitt comes down with the board. This shot by Kemp.
Ketchikan doing a solid job on the boards. I think Juneau has rebounded him 9-8 so far.
Hewitt from three-point land, no good. Ball tapped out, comes down into Capriati's hands for Juneau. Juneau pushes the ball up. Big Jeff Kemp. Nice fake by number 2, James Wilson. Wilson controls.
Juneau doing a lot of ball faking on this possession, looking for a nice open shot.
Capriati goes baseline, draws the foul and the bucket. 2 points for Christian Capriati to be at the line.
I'm sure that's probably what their coach told them between quarters, to be a little more patient and look for a good shot. And they did a lot of ball faking, a lot of passing around in that possession. Ended up with a chance for a 3-point play.
Basket's good, and Jason Nelson commits his second foul. Juneau now in the 1-and-1 situation. On the floor for Kayhi now, big Casey Nelson. Sid Brown, the other Kayhi senior, back on the floor.
They haven't got the ball in too much to Casey Nelson so far. They haven't done too much inside. They get it down to him there, and
Casey Nelson for 2. Oh, and a nice drive. Nice tip up by the number 33, Joseph Chapman. Juneau Douglas.
A couple of offensive boards by Juneau there. Ketchikan's done a pretty good job, except for a couple of possessions where they've given up 2 or 3 offensive boards in a row. But
5 minutes, 10 seconds left, 21-15. Hometown Kings. Sid Brown inbounding the ball for Kayhi. Little roll around on the floor by Eric Severson there.
Somehow avoided a travels.
Casey Nelson with the ball, being defended by Jeff Kemp, and Nelson getting a little physical in there and draws the offensive foul. That's going to be Casey's third. Brings in his cousin Jason Nelson.
He definitely wanted to try to create a little room to do something inside. Now it wasn't, I guess you'd have to say it was an offensive foul. He did push into him, but it wasn't very aggressive. It wasn't that big of a foul. It definitely hurts the Kings, and Nelson having to go to the bench. He hasn't played all that many minutes in the first half.
Juneau trying to get the ball inside, and there goes Bogan, drives down the middle, no good. Boozer with the rebound, up and in. Nice rebound by Boozer.
Juneau is slowly getting back into this game, and they're doing it off offensive rebounds. Couple put-back baskets.
Sid Brown takes one, no good, and Boozer with another rebound. Hogan out to Capriati. Capriati down low to Boozer. Spins, moves, no good. Tip in by Kemp. Joseph Kemp for 2.
Ketchikan needs to slow down Juneau right now. Juneau's getting back into it within 2 points.
2-point game, 21-19. Kayhi only able to convert one basket here in the first 4 minutes of the second quarter.
The last few trips down the floor, Ketchikan's either put up a quick shot or turn the ball over.
Boozer shoots. Burnson playing some tight defense. Boozer draws a foul. Is going to put him on the line for 2. Andy Berenson's first foul. 9th team foul. Excuse me, that's Berenson's second. Boozer shooting 2 from the line.
Next couple of possessions will be critical for Ketchikan. After the good start they've had, they'd like to take a little bit of a lead into the locker room. They still got 4 minutes to play here in the second quarter.
Checking in the game for Kayhi is number 30. I can only assume, since he's not listed on the varsity squad, but number 30 on the junior varsity is Danny Majors. Danny Majors' first time in the game for Kayhi.
Juneau's outscored Ketchikan 12-2 so far in the second quarter. Kings will be looking to get an open shot in this possession.
Jason Nelson for 3, no good.
Nelson started shooting outside again last night. He had a big three-pointer in the third quarter and took a few other shots from downtown.
Capriati passes down into Boozer. Boozer out to Thibodeau, shoots no good. Gets his own board. Back up, no good. Jason Nelson with a strong rebound for Kayhi. Alexis Bahang with the ball. Brings across the 10-second line. Jeremy Schultz from three-point land. Short, no good.
It's a nice open look by Schultz. Ketchikan will probably settle for shots like that.
Bahang to Schultz for the inbound. And immediately double teamed by Juneau. Picks up his dribble. There's Jason Nelson under the hoop. No good. And we got a foul there. Tells me a number 24, Travis Thibodeau. His first team's 5th.
That's a big call for Ketchikan. They've been outworked on the boards here in the second quarter, being out-rebounded 10-3 in the boards, but getting the over back helps them out a lot because Juneau has that height advantage and can play over the top of them.
Yeah. Mark Severson back in the game for Kayhi.
Mark Severson, hard to miss out there on the court.
And there goes Leif Severson, tries to go. Holds up for a short. 2 points. 23-19, a 4-point Kayhi lead as Carlos Boozer decides he wants to go down the middle. He throws it out of bounds. A turnover. Kayhi basketball. Quite a few fans here tonight. Comparable to last night's crowd.
Well, after hearing about the game from last night, I'm sure a lot of the fans wanted to see Ketchikan play. Juneau, he had a good game.
Leif Severson's three-pointer is no good. Schultz gets the rebound for Kayhi. Leif Severson finds Schultz in the corner. Oh, looks like Mark Travel, and he gets the ball slapped away, and it's a turnover. Ball goes to Juneau.
Kings had 4 turnovers so far in this quarter. Juneau's done a real good job of taking care of the ball.
Jeff Kemp shoots short, no good. Gets his own board, puts it up, no good. Boozer over the back and in for 2. Tip it for big Carlos Boozer.
Well, he can go over their back without touching them. It is legal, and Boozer has that advantage. He can just lift up.
23-21 Kayhi here in the last minute and a half or so of first half action. Kayhi up by 2. Mark Severson back out to Alexis Bahang for 3. Very good, a 3-point shot for Alexis Bahang.
It'd be interesting to go back and look. It seems like Alexis Bahang buries at least one three-pointer every game.
Every Kayhi three-pointer, of course, brings $10 to the Kayhi basketball program. That's a three-pointer made by either a boy or a girl, home or away. Tatsuda's IGA, a proud sponsor of Kayhi basketball. Really, really nice of them to give $10 for every three-pointer made.
And the Kings would like to put a little bit more money in their pocket. They've been shooting a lot of threes from the outside and made a fair share of them, but it's where they're going to have to rely for a lot of their shots, and might be the key to the game is how many they can hit from the outside.
Jeff Kemp on the line for Juneau, shooting 2. Buries it. 26-22, Kings. Well, I'm getting so excited here. I'm really not keeping the book.
That's not good.
Ty Hewitt in the game for Jeremy Schultz.
Ty Hewitt's seen a little more action in the past couple games after fighting through about a mono a couple weeks through the season. Juneau with another offensive board, another putback.
Capriati gets the board and puts it back up for 2 points. Christian Capriati with 2. 24-26 with 50 seconds left in the first half. Leif Sievertson with the ball for Kayhi. Ty Hewitt in the corner.
Juneau playing man-to-man defense like they have all night. They're known for really solid defense. Ketchikan's broke it down a few times tonight.
It looks like they're trying to set up either the last shot or an outside shot. They're really not trying to get the ball inside.
Yeah, with 20 seconds left, a lot of times Ketchikan does work it down to try to get one last shot at the basket. And that's exactly what they don't want to do, because now Juneau will have the last opportunity to tie the game before they go in the half.
Tough pass. Checking in the game for Juneau Douglas. Ramon Bradley and big Carlos Boozer.
Carlos Boozer, just a sophomore. You'll be seeing him a couple more years if he sticks around in Juneau.
Jeff Kemp to Boozer, up and in, and ties the game up. Ty Hewitt pulls up. No good, the last shot by Alexis Bahang. Well, I believe the Kayhi drill team is going to be performing. After the first half of action here, we have the game tied 26-26. We'll keep the cameras here so you can watch Kayhi highlights perform for your entertainment and ours. Bogan, is that right? Bogan? Bogren. Thank you. Brogren and Divdahl. The Kayhi ball on Kayhi. Out on the floor for Kayhi, we have Berenson, Eric Sievertson, Leif Sievertson, and the Nelson coach.
We have an Nelson lineup out there for the Kayhi Kings.
Nelson lineup. Casey Nelson down low, kicks it back out to Berenson. Berenson tries to feed Nelson, no good, gets his own tip in and tries to force it in to Nelson and throws it right into the big hooks of Boozer.
Coach over in there was pounding in his head and didn't like that play. And Boozer gets active right away in the second half for Juneau.
Boozer from Brogan for 2. 28-26, beginning of the third quarter here. Steve Williams and Richard Larson bringing you Kayhi basketball from the Clark Cochran Kayhi Gymnasium. Look, Jason Nelson feeds Casey. Casey, nice spin move to the hoop. No good with Boozer for the rebound. Borgren controls for Juneau.
Juneau starting off a lot better in the second half than they played in the first quarter. And the Ketchikan Kings took a 12-1 advantage right away, but Juneau's worked its way back into the game.
Berenson tips it out. It'll be Juneau ball inside. Bogren drives down the middle. No good. Rebound comes down to Jason Nelson.
It's nice to see a pair of Kings fighting over the rebound. They had good position that time to grab it.
Leif Sievertson controls the ball for Kay. Goes down this left side up for
Jason Nelson clears a path for him along the baseline, and Leif Sievertson's definitely been driving with the ball tonight.
28-28, tied up here in the early goings to the third quarter. The JV game also proved exciting. Came down to the last shot as Dibdall throws up a three-pointer for two.
It's a nice roll on three.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
That was a three-pointer for two.
Dibdall for Juneau gives Juneau a 3-point lead, 31-28.
Yeah, the Ketchikan JV today held on for a 42-40 win. Teams would like to see something similar to that happen tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Severson gets on the board for him. Brings it back within a point.
That was an exciting last 2 minutes. The game was tight all the way. The last actually 3 or 4 minutes of the game. I only say that it was tight those 3 minutes is because that's when I got here. It could have been.
It was tight when I got here. 42-40. Saw the scoreboard.
Juneau controls the ball. Boozer goes and stepped out of bounds by big Jason Nelson.
So I think Ketchikan has to do a little better job here in the second half. Is taking care of the ball. They had about 6 turnovers in the second quarter and have had 1 so far here in the second half.
Boozer launches a 3. Puts it in. He also threw up a 3 for 2.
Yeah, you got 3 for that one. Boozer kind of surprised from the outside. He hasn't shot from more than about 2 feet from the basket before that.
Leif Severson goes down the lane, throws up a nice 2-point basket. Leif Severson for 2.
Leif did a great job of clearing some room for himself to make the shot, pushing the defender off a little bit, and making a nice driving layup.
32-34, the visiting Crimson Bears ahead of Kayhi Kings as Kemp throws up a short one. Dibdall draws the first foul in the second half.
Again, Ketchikan doing a great job of blocking out, and that when the ball hit the floor before they grabbed the rebound.
Dibdall second foul, first team foul. 4:57 left in the third quarter, 34-32, Juneau. Kayhi with the ball. Leif Severson comes to the right side. Feeds Casey Nelson. Casey with a nice spin move to the right, no good. Jason Nelson in there. Jump ball.
Jason Nelson really had no business getting in there at all, but he made a nice aggressive move and grabbed the ball. Created a tie-up situation.
Clearing out, he was afraid to double dribble. He couldn't pick the ball up and is trying to keep Kayhi away from the ball.
It's kind of a strange call, actually. It looked like he was just blocking the player away from the ball, but
Capriotti's second team foul. Leif feeds big Casey Nelson, no good. Casey fights for the board, throws it wide and long.
Great hustle by Casey Nelson.
Kayhi couldn't get the ball there, and it's turned over to the Crimson Bears. Kemp tries to go to the baseline, no good. Kicks it out to Dibdall. Dibdall shoots. In for 2. 36-32, Juneau Douglas. Leif Severson controls for the Kings. Andy Bearson pulls up for 3. No good. Jason Nelson tries to get in there, but Boozer comes down with the rebound. Gives it over to Caprietti for Juneau.
Ketchikan's come up empty on a few open shots here in the third quarter. Falling behind by 4 points. They don't want it to get any bigger than that.
Shot by Boozer. No good, and Bearson gets the rebound for Kayhi. This is kind of a semi-important trip down the floor for the Kings. They need to convert. They haven't converted their last 3 trips down. As big Casey Nelson spins, moves in for 2. Nice move by the big man, Casey Nelson.
Nice finger roll by Nelson. He's definitely looking for the basket here in the second half after having to sit due to foul trouble for a good period of the first half.
Offensive foul, Dibdall. His third foul. Third team foul. He's clearing out. He's trying to make some room, pushing around big Casey Nelson.
And when you push Nelson around,
basically you're not pushing him around, unless you're Carlos Boozer. And you draw the foul anyway. Stay high and bounce the ball. Eric Severson on the left side for the Kings. Goes down the middle, passes, speeds, big Casey Nelson. Oh, it's going to be goaltending. No, it's going to be a foul.
Great no-look pass. Severson drew the defense up to him, and Nelson had a little bit of room to operate down below.
Nelson will be shooting too.
If you remember, the crowd wanted a goaltending on that as one of the Juneau players hit the backboard and created some movement to knock the ball out.
Coach Wilburn wants a call here, and Terry Carlin come over to explain to him exactly what happened. And Carlin saying, hit the glass, what can you do about it? He's a big guy, he's got his arms up high, he's waving around, he's going to hit the glass. That's what Terry Carlin said. Casey Nelson be shooting too. Drops it. .36-35 Kayhi as Casey puts it in the second. No good. Bogan loses the ball out of bounds.
Great defense by Jason Nelson coming over to cut Bogan off. Creates the turnover.
Bogan was close to drawing his third foul there. He was kind of pushing off, trying to clear out some room. Eric Severson drives the length of the floor up the right side, in for two. Eric Severson. Kayhi retakes the lead, 37-36, 2:15 left in the third quarter.
Eric looked like he knew what he wanted to do the entire way down the floor. It's picking up right where Leif left off in the first half.
Jason Wilson gets fouled.
Ketchikan's first foul of the second half. Juneau has 4 on the board.
Jeremy Schultz's second foul. Wilson feeds big Boozer. Boozer back out to Wilson for 3. No good. Rebound comes down to number 33. Actually, it comes down to Andy Berenson. Nice rebound. Andy coming from nowhere, really. Nelson gets the board. Oh, it's blocked by Boozer, but followed by Jason Nelson for 2 more points. 39-36 Kayhi.
Great trip down the floor by Kayhi. Nice pass by Eric Severson. Nelson was open underneath, and Jason Nelson followed up the putback.
Boozer gets the ball down low, and
Ketchikan doing a good job of collapsing on Boozer when he gets the ball, not allowing him to have his chance to do anything with it. Obviously, when you reach in there and grab his arm and the ball, he can't do anything at all.
Eric Severson picking up his first foul. Andy Berenson gets an arrest. Mark Severson checks in for him.
The Seversons are having a really good game.
Brogan finds Boozer down low. Boozer back out to Brogan. Brogan goes down the middle, shoots up, no good. Rebound. Casey Nelson.
And what hurt Ketchikan in the second quarter there when Juneau made its run, they weren't doing a job on the boards. So far.
Oh, Casey Nelson wide open. James Wilson. Missed a 15th foul. Casey Nelson is so wide open, he didn't know what happened. He hesitated and probably cost himself a
No
basket.
idea what to do. You're used to having somebody, on your back to fill. You got to go one way or the other. He could have done anything he wanted to.
Wow. Did a little breakdance move and still put the basket up, but
As long as he didn't travel, he was doing it.
James Wilson comes through and lands on his back as Nelson misses the first of his two free throws here. Up and in. The second one's good.
Ketchikan on an 8-0 run now to take a 4-point lead, 40-36. Really weathered a storm there by Juneau. It looked like Juneau might pull away a little bit there early in this quarter.
Shots up, no good by Chapman. Rebound to Nelson. Casey Nelson with a big board for Kayhi. 45 seconds left in the third quarter. Casey Nelson to the hoop, no good. Boozer controls the ball, running the floor. Oh, we got a blocking foul. Number 33, Eric Severson. Only the third team foul. His second. Casey Nelson taking a well-deserved breather.
He had a really big third quarter. He had about 4 or 5 rebounds for him and was playing great inside. It's amazing that Juneau could let him so wide open.
Oh, and a foul on Jason Nelson. His third, team's fourth. 2 quick fouls here in the last half minute of the third quarter by the Kayhi Kings.
Juneau definitely looking to get the ball inside to Boozer and get him involved in the offense more here in the third quarter. Boozer's been getting the ball, but has not been able to shoot them very well.
Pearson checking in for Jason Nelson. Kayhi's big men are really playing really well tonight. Both Jason and Casey doing really well for the Kings. Boozer misses the first of 2.
And more than just on the offensive end, where it really shows up is in the fact that Boozer's not having a great night.
This is the second. Kayhi ball's going to be tipped out by number 33, Joseph Chapman. I saw that. I could have made that call. Now's the time to good time as any to tell you, Kayhi basketball brought to you by Southeast Engineering and good people. TAC One Air, Tongass Business Center, Arco, Alaska, Advanced Communications, Hogan Meekum, Richardson Company, and Tatsuda's IGA. How about that?
Juneau turns up full court pressure a little bit. Ketchikan breaks it without a problem.
No look pass. Oh! Joseph Kemp comes up with a big block on Mark Nell Severson. Chapman in the corner, trying to feed it to finds Wilson. Oh, excuse me, that's James Wilson there. Wilson drives, takes 1 for 13, no good. Rebound comes down to Eric Severson. Severson to Bearson. Bearson pulls up for 3. Oh, that's a buzzer. Andy Bearson. 3-point.
Crowd comes to life after that shot by Bearson.
43-36, Kayhi Kings, Steve Williams. Sports Hill will be back with fourth quarter action right after this. Clark Cochran Gymnasium, where the Kayhi Kings lead the visiting Juneau Douglas Crimson Bears 43-36 on the strength of Andy Bearson's three-pointer in the closing seconds.
It really brought the crowd back into this game. A three-pointer at the buzzer gives Ketchikan a 7-point lead and ends an 11-0 run to finish off the quarter for Kayhi.
Every Kayhi three-pointer made by boy or girl, home or away, brings $10 from Tatsuda's IGA to the Ketchikan Kayhi basketball program. As Eric Severson drives the lane, draws a foul. Number 22, Dave Pavola.
I don't know. That's just a guess. But Leif and Eric Severson have both done a great job of driving the lane and creating some shots for Ketchikan.
Christian Capriardi commits his, I have it here as his second foul, 17th foul. That's going to put Kayhi in the bonus.
I think they might have called that a shooting foul anyway, so probably shooting 2.
Kayhi just carrying the big mo in his last 4 or 5 minutes here.
They definitely have it on their side. They're down 36-32, and Juneau looked like they might be taking over the game, but Ketchikan's come right back with a run as solid as they started off the game with.
44.
Blake Severson hits both of his free throws. 45-36, a 9-point lead by Kayhi. Their largest lead since the first quarter. Kemp goes baseline up, no good. Alexis Bahang with the rebound for the Kings. They're pushing it up. Oh, and Eric Severson tries to force it up to Leif, and that's the type of turnover you don't like to see anytime in the game.
Ketchikan's been playing a lot of man-to-man defense here in the second half, and I think it's helped them out on the boards. They're better aware of where they want to be on positioning, and they've done a lot better job grabbing those rebounds.
Carlos Boozer with the ball, turns, shoots, and in for 2.
Seems like when he wants to, he's able to step up his game and score a few points. But Ketchikan's done a solid job. And
second foul on, go ahead, help me out. Pavola. There we go, Pavola.
And sends Ketchikan back to the line for a one-on-one. Eric Severson will try to push the lead back up to 9 points.
No good. Rebound comes down to nobody. It's off Andy Berenson, apparently, and it's going to be Juneau ball under the Kayhi's basket. Kayhi, a man-to-man press here.
That might be key for Kayhi to hold on to this game. They might have to make some free throws on the stretch. So.
Well, there goes Dippendall. Nice steal by Eric Severson driving the lane. No good. Rebound comes down to Berenson. Casey Nelson with the ball. Feeds. Nice basket. And to Berenson for 2 points. Nelson to Berenson.
Great look by Casey Nelson. Finding a wide open Berenson as he cut. Berenson using the basket to cut off the defender, and a nice lay-in.
47-38, Kayhi, 11-point lead. Short, no good. Rebound comes down to Dibdall for Juneau. Dibdall drives, shoots, no good. Alexis Bahang for the Kings. And big Joseph Kemp going to get called for reaching. His second foul.
Ketchikan goes back to the free throw line again. Looks like it's Alexis Bahang this time.
Next spell puts Kayhi in the double bonus early in the fourth quarter.
It's a nice luxury to have when you're trying to hold on to a 9-point lead to be able to be in the double bonus.
Alexis hits the first one.
Bahang will be trying to tie Ketchikan's biggest lead of the night, 11 points.
Up and in. 49-38, Kayhi, 11-point lead with 6 minutes and 15 seconds left in the regulation play. Kayhi playing tough defense. As Joseph Kemp shoots, no good. Boozer with the rebound and put back for 2 points. Boozer just tough on the offensive glass.
Ketchikan actually did a pretty good job of trying to get position, but Boozer just reached over him and put it back.
Joseph Kemp pushed off down there, trying to push Casey Nelson around. It's going to put Casey Nelson on the line for the 1+1.
Actually, now as they're back into the double bonus, Casey Nelson will get a shoot too.
Hey, Richard, here you go. Who's Kayhi Basketball brought to you by?
Kayhi Basketball is brought to you by Tatsuda's IGA, Hogan Meckham Richardson and Company, Advanced Communications, Arco Alaska, Tongass Business Center, Taquan Air, and Southeast Engineering.
Casey Nelson going to pick up a quick foul here. His 4th foul, 15th foul. Jason Nelson checking in for his younger cousin. Don't forget the Ketchikan channel. Kayhi Basketball brought to you by Fox Ketchikan.
KJMW.
9-point lead for Kayhi. Oh, it's a nice strip by Eric Severson. Oh! Eric Severson with playing aggressive and gets called for a foul. Crowd doesn't seem to appreciate it.
Well, he reached in twice earlier. They looked more like chances to call a foul. And that one, it looked like the ball was loose at that point when he grabbed it, but
his third. Inbound to Big Boozer. Boozer shoots in for 2. 6 points in the fourth quarter for Carlos Boozer. 49-42, Kayhi.
Another key stretch for the Kings with a 7-point lead.
Alexis Bahang in the corner with the ball for the Crimson Bears, or for the Kayhi Kings, excuse me. Dibdall.
The cheap ball from behind on Dibdall, poking at the ball.
That's his 4th. Going to put Bahang on the line for 2.
Generally, Alexis Bahang's a guy who likes to hit the free throw line. He has a nice shooting touch.
Kayhi's doing every player is playing good ball tonight. I mean, they might not every player is scoring, but every player is contributing. Either getting rebounds or playing tight, aggressive defense.
They're definitely all hustling out there. They think they really want to win this ball game.
Bahang misses the first one, puts it up, puts it in the second.
Kings holding on to an 8-point advantage. Just 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
Boozer powers his way inside, no good. Jason Nelson going to get it caught in there.
Boozer,
Fourth foul.
if Juneau's going to come back, it looks like it's going to be on the shoulders of Boozer. They keep putting the ball inside to him.
Joseph Kemp going to be shooting for the Kings. I think Joe Kemp is, I believe he's the son of Larry Kemp, former teacher here at Kayhi.
I'm glad you said that straight. I thought maybe he was relationship to Sean Kemp or something.
He's big, 6'4", big enough. No good. Rebound comes down to Boozer, and Boozer grabs it, puts it back in. He's tough in there. 50-45 Kayhi. Nice look from Eric Severson to Jason Nelson. Nelson from 8-17 for
Big three-point basket by Jason Nelson.
Oh, Jason Nelson picks up his fifth foul. That's going to be it for him tonight. Jason Nelson fouls out of the game with 4:53 left in the first in regulation. The senior comes out with 8 points and an outstanding job on defense.
I guess the last one I called a three-pointer was a three-pointer for two. That's inside the line, I guess.
Caprietti's first free throw is good. Second one's good also. Substitution for Juneau. Wilson checks back in. Wilson and who's the other person? I can't see him.
I don't know, Kenny.
Juneau with a press. Kayhi beats it pretty easily. Berenson in the corner. Shoots. And good for three. Andy Berenson for his third three-pointer of the game. 55-47 Kayhi.
Berenson waited for the defense to come over. They didn't play him quite tight enough, and so he just thought he'd shoot it over him.
Carlos Boozer spins, finds traffic, and Berenson gets a blocking foul. Putting a little body on Carlos Boozer, Andy Berenson's third. That puts Carlos Boozer in the line.
Back to the line. Slow moving fourth quarter so far. A lot of free throws, a lot of falls.
Boozer's first free throw is no good. Juneau definitely trying to work the ball inside on all their offensive chances, getting the ball down low to Boozer.
Boozer's getting a hand on every possession. More often than not, he's scoring. But not this one.
No good, and Casey Nelson gets the rebound for the Kings. Eric Severson coming down the court. Capretti commits his third foul. He's going to put Eric Severson on the line for two shots. Charity stripe. Aggressive game tonight, Richard.
They've played really well. They can be proud of their effort. Everybody's been aggressive, and everybody's given it their all for Ketchikan.
Last tune-up here at the Clark Cochran Gymnasium for the Kings and for the Crimson Bears before the Southeast Tournament. When's that taking place?
Takes place 2 weekends from now. The Kings will be going in as the third seed, but as you know from your basketball experience today, the upsets, the underdogs can come back and win.
I thought you might forget about that as Severson hits it. This is the second one. It's 56-47, 9-point lead for Kayhi. There it is, fed down to Boozer, and it's turned over. Kayhi controls. Leif Severson slowing it down for the Kings. Boozer just couldn't get a handle on the ball.
Ketchikan collapses every time the ball goes into Boozer. He has 3 or 4 guys' hands, and they're trying to pull the ball away.
Severson kicks it back out to Nelson. Kayhi setting up their offense here. Berenson sets up from 17. No good. Short. Rebound comes down to Caprietti for Juneau. Pushes up the floor. And Bogan shoots for the bucket. To Carl Brogan. Andy Berenson picks up his fourth foul.
It's a really fun, well-played game. Sometimes you just want to sit back and watch them play. Doing pretty good.
56-49, 3:44 left in the game. And the Kayhi Kings up above the capital city. Juneau Douglas Crimson Bears Jeremy Schultz checks in the game for Alexis Bahang. What was the call? Up above
They hit the top of the backboard. It was out of bounds, I guess.
Kemp and Boozer don't agree with the call.
And Houston wants an explanation, too.
They're talking about it, and it's going to be Kayhi ball. Kerry Carlin's sticking by his call. Coming back in the game for Juneau Douglas is number 22, Pavloa.
6, 5, 4, 8, 9, 4 for $223.
Jeremy Schultz controls the ball for Kayhi. Eric Severson goes long, and it's intercepted by number 30, I believe, Capriati.
Juneau kind of enticed him into that pass, left the guys open a little bit, but not quite enough for him to get the ball over.
Brogan to Dibdahl. Dibdahl back out top to Brogan. Oh, and it's overpass. Oh, it's going to be a nice hustle by Schultz, and it's going to be Juneau ball.
Sherry Hill is tonight's 50-50 winner. She took home $223. Thank you for playing 50-50 and supporting her family.
Carpinetti checking back in for Juneau. Juneau ball, 3:05. They're down by 7. Kemp goes up, no good, and Casey Nelson draws his 5th foul. That's going to be trouble for the Kings here in the closing 3 minutes.
Casey Nelson might not have a lot of points on the scoreboard, but his play is one of the things that has kept Ketchikan in the lead. He's a great job on defense and a great job of denying the ball inside.
As a senior, Casey Nelson draws his 5th foul. Plays a great game. Played a great game for the Kings tonight. Coming in the game for the Kings is Mark Severson. All right, what color is that hair?
Ah, it looks like a nice vegetable green to me.
Kemp shoots and no good. Joseph Kemp 0 for 3 in this quarter from the charity stripe.
And Juneau's struggling from the free throw line here in the 4th quarter.
Up and in.
Makes that one to cut the lead to 56-50 with 3 minutes remaining.
Andy Berenson double teamed over there. Dribbles out of it. Carl Brogan runs into Berenson and draws his 3rd foul. It's going to put Berenson on the line for 2. Referees using their whistles an awful lot in this 4th quarter, Richard.
There's been a lot of falls.
As Berenson misses the first of 2. Berenson with the 3-pointer in this 4th quarter. Started the 4th quarter the same way he ended the 3rd. Makes the 2nd.
Gives Kayhi a 7-point lead with that free throw.
2:41 left in regulation. A Boozer just powers over Mark Severson. Counted for 2.
Right there is where they missed Casey Nelson.
Juneau gets the ball on their press. Turnover. Brogan sets up, shoots. That's good for 2. Brogan, 2 points.
Just like that, Juneau's within 3 points. Another Ketchikan turnover.
Kent comes away with the steal.
Pressure defense starting to affect Ketchikan.
Boozer kicks it out to Capriati. Capriati shoots short. No good. Rebound comes down to Berenson. Kayhi finally gets the ball across the 10-second line and wisely calls a timeout.
Good timeout from Ketchikan. Talk a little bit about how they want to attack that Juneau pressure that's created 3 turnovers and got them back within 3 points.
57-54. Your Kayhi Kings leading the Juneau Douglas Crimson Bears. A good game.
Very exciting game. I think we can expect a real good finish to the final 3 minutes of play. This would be a huge win for Ketchikan if they can pull it off. Give them a lot of confidence going into the Southeast tournament. They have I believe it's a 1-6 record right now in conference play, so they can pick up their second win.
Kayhi be facing off probably against Sitka, right? So they're going to be playing Sitka.
Actually, they'll be the third seed, but it could. Sitka and Juneau split earlier, and Sitka still has a chance of lining up with the number 1 seed.
Really?
Depending upon how they do. Juneau goes to Sitka.
Oh.
Or no, Sitka goes to Juneau next weekend, but
Okay.
they split in Sitka over in mid-December with a couple of 2-point ball games. It looked like they're probably a real solid contest.
So Southeast tournament promises to be a good one. All Southeast, well, not all Southeast schools, but the majority of Southeast schools can be here.
All the 3A and 4A schools will be here 2 weeks from now. It'll be some really high-quality, exciting basketball.
Friends from Ellicott will be over here playing some hoops. First time we'll see them all year.
It'll be nice to see them. Nice to see a lot of those teams that we don't get to see much of.
Wrangell, Petersburg, Haynes. What other teams are there?
Craig.
Craig, that's right. There we go.
It's probably Mount Edgecombe. We'll get them all here eventually, probably.
Kayhi inbounds the ball. Eric Severson, excuse me.
One of those Seversons.
Now Mark has it to Jeremy Schultz. Schultz to Berenson with minute 30 left in regulation. Kayhi with a slim 3-point lead. Jeremy Schultz.
Ketchikan looks like they're trying to slow it down, be a little more patient here in offense. They'll definitely take the fall and take 2 free throws shots. A minute and 17 left. 3-point advantage.
Mark Severson on the line for the Kayhi Kings.
Every free throw now is extremely important for Ketchikan.
Carl Brogan commits his 4th foul. Dibdahl checks back in for the Crimson Bears. First one's good for Severson. 58-54 Kayhi, minute 17 left. My goodness, if I had nails, I'd be chewing them. Severson shoots the second. Up, no good. Boozer with the rebound. Brogan over to Dibdahl. Dibdahl back to Brogan. Brogan goes down the middle, shoots, no good. Draws the foul. Looks like that's going to be on Andy Berenson. Andy Berenson's 4th.
Both going to go to the line with a chance to cut it to 2. A minute and 8 left to play.
Shooting 2 will be Bogren. No, he misses his first. Juneau just having a tough time from the free throw line.
See a lot of Ketchikan fans on the edge of their seats staring intently at this finish.
The second one's good by Brogan. Substitution for Juneau. Wilson checks back in for Juneau, as does Pavlova. Sitting down is Brogan and Dibdahl.
We'll see how Ketchikan does against the Juneau pressure this time after their timeout. Talk about it.
Have to call. Get it across. They get it across. They got a 3-on-2.
You take the ball back out, try to run some time off.
Bad pass.
They don't want to do those risky passes across court like that. They're just trying to take some time off, get the ball, and maybe shoot 2 free throws.
Juneau calls another timeout. Good time to tell you that Kayhi basketball brought to you by, well, TAC One Air, Southeast Engineering, Tatsuda's IGA, Hogan, Meekum, Richardson, Advanced Communications, Arco, Alaska, and Tongass Business Center.
And the Ketchikan Channel.
And the Ketchikan Channel. Steve Williams and Richard Larson, Sportzilla. How'd you get that name?
I believe you gave it to me last week.
Me? I think your producer.
I think my fellow employees at the Ketchikan Channel, Mike McNulty and Eric Amundsen, kind of had some doings with some nicknames for me there. But
you look like a Sportzilla.
I figure if they're gonna take part of Godzilla and make it Sportzilla, they might as well go up the other half and say Sports God instead.
Okay, I'll buy that, sure. As the Kayhi Boxerheads putting on a little timeout show for for everybody else. The Boxer has a spirit-full group of guys.
It's nice to see that, getting the crowd riled up into the game and keeping them entertained throughout the quarters.
As does the Kayhi Pep Band. Sticks around for the whole game.
This is quite the game to stick around for.
Kayhi inbound the ball. Schultz controls. Last 55 seconds left here in regulation. Gets trapped in the corner. And Kemp picks up his 4th foul. It's going to put Schultz on the line for 2. Double zero. Jeremy Schultz. Schultz's little brother Jacob plays for me in Riverbush League.
How do you do in that loss for you today?
Oh, we lost. We were Ketchikan Ready Mix just out hustled the Gateway City Sonics in the second half. Not giving them all the credit. They outplayed us. They played good basketball, and nothing we could do about it.
These are probably the 2 biggest free throws that Jeremy Schultz has attempted. He misses the first one. It's a lot of pressure on you with 50 seconds left and a 3-point lead.
Jeremy attempting his second one up. No good. Rebound comes down to Kemp. Juneau controls with Bogren. Top of the key. Kayhi playing tough, aggressive defense. A nice steal by Mark Severson. Off Juneau. No, it's going to be off Eric Severson. Juneau ball. Little crowd disagreement there.
This definitely looks like a game that could come down to a last shot.
Oh, and it's stripped by Berenson.
Great strip by Berenson. Bogren was holding the ball out there. Berenson just took it away.
Bogren commits his 5th foul. He's out of the game for Kayhi, or for Juneau.
Actually, that was Boozer who was trying that Berenson stripped the ball from.
Bogren fouls out of the game with, 2, 4, 6, 7 points for the Crimson Bears.
And Schultz gets another chance to go back to the free throw line.
31.8 seconds left in regulation. Schultz hits the first. Wow. Hasn't been this much exciting game this exciting for a while in the Clark Cochran Gymnasium. Schultz gives Kayhi a 5-point lead with half a minute left in regulation play. Boozer up and in for 2. And a quick timeout for Juneau right after that bucket. Wow.
And as they have the whole second half, they've been going into Boozer inside, and that time he was able to take advantage. Ketchikan's still doing a pretty good job of defense on him without having any size. Casey Nelson missing and relying on basically reaching in there and trying to strip the ball away, because if they don't do that, it's 2 points like it was on the last trip.
That's right. Houston probably setting up a quick press defense down there, and the Kayhi can get it up past the half-court line. I imagine he's going to want to put him on Kayhi on the free throw line.
Yeah, they might be talking about who they want to fall to, and what they're going to do. They're probably talking throughout the rest of the game what they want to do after the free throws and everything that's going on. They've called a couple timeouts. I don't know how many they have left. I think the scorekeeper just said they have 1, and Ketchikan has 3 left.
Coach Wilburn trying to probably setting up a play to break the Juneau press and get the ball up to the Kayhi front court as soon as possible.
I imagine he's telling his players not to be afraid to use one of their final 3 timeouts if they get in trouble.
60-57 here at the Clark Cochran Gymnasium with 22.2 seconds left. Wow, good basketball game. There it is. There's the score clock. How about that? Sound like look nice?
Exciting. Right on cue.
Good job, Mike. Eric Severson gets the ball. Lex Severson gets the ball. Foul by number 20, James Wilson, his second foul.
I don't think Ketchikan minds Leif Severson going to the free throw line. They looked like they had a good inbounds play called. Leif got open, wide open, no problem getting the ball inbounds, and Juneau had to fall.
Severson 3 out of 4 from the free throw line, in my book. Yeah, but what do I know? I don't know. Up, no good. Critical bucket here for Kayhi.
Try to give them a 4-point
possession game.
Great basketball.
This is how most games between Juneau and Kayhi are supposed to be. Really close and tight. Up and in. Second one's good. Gives Kayhi a 4-point game.
Ketchikan calls a 20-second timeout. Trying to set up their last defense. 17. Actually, they'll probably put time back on the clock, probably 18.5 seconds.
Mission impossible in the bracket round for you. A lot of people thought that it would be a mission impossible for the Kayhi Kings to even come this close, to not just to win, but to play Juneau Douglas really close. Juneau Douglas with the awesome 6'7" sophomore, Carlos Boozer.
You had to figure Ketchikan would need to play one of its best games of the season to even compete with Juneau, and they have put together one of their best all-around games with every player contributing. 2 players fouled out down the stretch, and they're still holding on to the lead.
4-point lead by the Kayhi Kings. Last home game before a Southeast tournament. Girls will be coming back home. Hopefully they'll be victorious tonight too.
Yeah, they'll be looking for a big win up in Juneau. Maynard was figuring they have to win by 7 points in order to get the first round seeds, or the first round bye at #1 seed.
So what's Kayhi looking to do here?
Kayhi doesn't want to fall, but they want to play tight defense, make them take a little bit of time bringing the ball up the court, run some time off the clock.
Looks like the Kings are in a UCLA zone press. Back off on it. Don't want to commit any fouls here. Rebound comes down to Eddie Bearson. We got a foul. So that's going to put Bearson on the line.
This would be a fitting way to end the game. Have Bearson hit a couple of free throws. He is definitely Ketchikan's leader on the court. Everybody else has stepped up tonight too. Last night he was trying to carry him. Tonight he's had a lot of help from a lot of the other players on the court.
Coach Wilburn putting the seniors on the floor to finish it up. Sid Brown, Ty Hewitt,
Leif and Eric Severson, and Andy Berenson.
The seniors that are available to play.
Yeah, the only senior that's not out there is
Berenson misses his first free throw. This time down the floor. Up and in. Kayhi is going to come away with the win as Wilson puts up a 3. No good. Rebound comes down to Severson. And that's it. That's the Kayhi Kings. Come away with the victory. 62-57 is the Pep Club comes and mobs the Kings. Wow. Great game. What more can you say?
excellent win for Ketchikan. Exactly the way they'd want to finish up the conference season. A huge win, their best game of the year, I would say.
All right. Richard and I will be right back and bring you a wrap-up that we can, I guess.
All right.
Stay tuned. Wow. Wow.
Ketchikan with a huge win over Juneau. Senior night for the Kings.
I think all I can say is wow.
The great thing about this game was the Kings got to start off with their seniors and finish with their seniors on the court for their biggest win of the season to date.
That's right.
We'd like to see a repeat of that in a couple weeks, I think.
Kayhi upsetting the 4th-ranked team in the state here tonight.
And Juneau's played some really strong teams up in the Anchorage area and has beaten them. So if Ketchikan can play with Juneau, they can probably play with anybody in the state.
Ketchikan didn't just play with Juneau tonight, Richard. They beat him.
Yeah, and they really were in control of the game. Juneau was the one that was trying to fight and scratch back into the game the entire contest, and Ketchikan just didn't let them come back.
Right. Even with the two Nelson cousins fouling out in the fourth quarter there, Kayhi is still able to adapt and stay ahead of the...
Every player who went on the court did their job for Ketchikan tonight, played really solid on both ends of the floor, and I don't think Wilburn could have asked anything more out of his ball club tonight.
And for Juneau, goodness sakes, Juneau Douglas led by the big man, Carlos Boozer.
Obviously, he was their go-to guy in the second half. Anytime they thought they needed some points, they went into him. But Ketchikan did a solid job. Even though he finished with 25 points, he had a few turnovers there, and Ketchikan kept him from getting on the board every possession, which was somewhat of a victory for them.
12 points for Boozer in the fourth quarter. And that tells you what Juneau's offense was, what Coach Houston was trying to do with the offense, and he was just totally feeding the big man down low.
That's the only thing really that was working for him, too, though. He really didn't score points any other way. But Ketchikan had a few different weapons working for him tonight. The two Sievertsons, Andy Berenson, both Nelsons had strong games. Just about everybody came in there and played solid basketball.
Rounding out the scoring for Juneau, we have Divdahl and Capretti each adding 10. 2 points from Joseph Chapman off the bench. Carl Brogan fouled out, drew 7, and 5 points for the 6'4" senior, Joseph Kemp. Juneau played a good game, but not good enough tonight.
No, really, I don't think you can say that they played poorly. Just Ketchikan, led by Andy Berenson's 13. No, actually, Leif Sievertson had 16 points. He had scored 9 there in the second quarter to help Ketchikan pull out back into. Actually, was it the second quarter? It was the first quarter, actually, where he started leading Ketchikan off to an early lead, and Ketchikan had a 12-1 advantage. 16 points to lead Ketchikan, and
He had
Andy,
that three-pointer at the end of the third quarter.
Andy Berenson had 13 points and a real big three.
Oh, that's what I meant. Sorry.
Yeah. Casey Nelson had 8 points. Alexis Pahane, he had 6. Jason Nelson with 8 points. Eric Sievertson scored 5. Ty Hewitt had 3. And Mark Sievertson had 1 point. Ketchikan, unbelievable tonight.
Every point counts. Hey, and Richard, you know what? We added up those numbers, and, you know, I don't know who I gave the points to, but we added them up, and they came out right, so I must have done the book A-okay.
I guess so.
Okay, well, so when's the next time we're going to be back here? Probably for tournament, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I'm thinking there's some games next weekend. I don't know who plays. Either the Lady Kings or the Kings have a home game here next weekend against a non-conference opponent. But so somebody will be probably back next week, but in Southeast 2 weeks from now, we'll be looking forward to hopefully some action as exciting as tonight's game.
Great game tonight, folks. I hope you enjoyed Ketchikan Channel's broadcasts, repeat broadcasts, or tape-delayed broadcasts, I guess, you know, of the Kings upending the Juneau Douglas Crimson Bears.
We'll see you here for the Southeast tournament, where we'll hopefully have some similar action.
Steve Williams and Richard Larson saying good night. Ciao, baby.